Oh, Daniel. $22. What's up, Daniel? We're gonna work on this mallet.
Oh yeah, I have a little interesting.
Oh, cool.
I'm having like weird deja vu.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, I mean, it's pointed this way though. I just went on. Got these Forstner bits today. I'm gonna put two dowels through this mallet. I'm gonna put them pretty far through. I'm gonna put them plumb through, all the way. And then I'm going to glue it up. I kind of want to work the mallet a little bit. Thank you. I just put it on. Little risky to cut these early because it's a little jiggly in there. It's got some play to it. I want these to be at exactly at a 90-degree angle when I put them in too. Just want to pinch this corner a bit here. Yeah, that's good. Can't move though. Hey babe. Hey, could you maybe grab my hat for me? I feel like I'm gonna start sweating. There's some vulnerability for you right there, folks. Welcome to Dad's Workshop, where we're vulnerable. Vulnerable. Actually, kind of keeps it at 90 to be with that clamp. Please don't grab me. Plumb through. I probably shouldn't say that on this. Hey, what's up, Jose Jorge? How you been doing, man? And also, let me shout out the other people in the chat too. Hey, shout out to Jose Jorge. I believe Daniel, here's a quick story. Remember I told you about my dad's plane was hijacked? Back in 1982. Well, I believe, if I'm not incorrect, Jose Jorge was on that airplane with my dad. So he's a bit of a historical figure. Just throw that out there. Oh, I feel a little blowout on that other side. I don't like to feel that. That doesn't feel good to me. This should be 3/8, but that's a bit tight. It should have cut cleaner than that. I'm not super happy with that, to be honest. And then lining this hole up, so it's going to be kind of tricky. I could see this being a real pain. I'm forgetting the terminology for this when it's done on purpose. Like there's a term for it when it's done purposefully, um, and a hole is actually put out a line on purpose. And this doesn't feel right in a bunch of ways here. Yeah, that should be it right there. So I'm sorry, not sorry. It's all right. You're the mod. Running the show here. Just got to keep going. All right, so that's a little loose. I'm gonna pinch this up here. I think, just like I did last time. Hey, this is Dad's Workshop. We're giving away this mallet, by the way, and we're not claiming to be pros here. I'm just I'm like a amateur framer, carpenter. I don't claim anything, any kind of grandiosity here. There may be a better way to do this, but right now I think this is the best way to drive these Forstner holes through. Now you all will see on this side if there's blowout, unfortunately. Maybe I should probably like go way to the edge and then stop. That's clean. I can feel it. We're on fire. There we go. Started a fire in that hole. A bow drill. All right, no blowout on that one. The first one had a little bit of blowout, so I didn't love that. We're gonna work this mallet. We're gonna dowel this mallet, but the first thing we got to do is we got to sand this dowel down because it's a little bit tight, and it's like I also got to fit glue on it. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. We are giving away 2 mallets. Um, don't have a spoke shave right now. Man, all I know is DJ Screw about Houston. Thank you for the sweats because it is actually quite warm in here, despite much better than before. So yeah, that's better. Still really tight. Wow. Just to make those. I mean, this is meant to be a clean hole through, and I want the look to be clean. But if I had a little mini file, that's probably what I'd use in this situation. I want to clear the debris out of there. So yeah, here's how you get in on this giveaway. You subscribe to the channel, make your subscriptions public, and drop a comment saying you want to be in on the mallet giveaway. We're going to do a whole bunch more giveaways besides that also. But subscribe, make sure I can see that you're subscribed because a bunch of people commented yesterday and I couldn't see they were subscribed. So I can't do anything until they put public subscriptions on. Go to your settings, go to what? Yeah, I got a little short. It shows you how to do it. Clickety click click. It's basically go to the top right of your screen to settings and drop down to privacy. And in privacy, you have subscriptions public. It's not like putting you in any funnel. No one can no one gets your personal information. All they know is who you're subscribed to. That's it. And that's already like there's a way. You guys know this stuff. Come on, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So yeah, we got these two dowel holes, and I'm not like the mallet itself is not really at a 90, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I know it's functional. This is a Dad's Workshop mallet here. Looks a little kind of piecemeal or like out of line to me. Don't love that, but it's gonna be all right because this mallet's gonna be super strong. It's a strong maple. Um, we'll just get after it, man. That's what we do. I'm gonna pound this mallet through, or this dowel through. I'm gonna attempt to pound the dowel through. Yep, that worked. So sanding the top of that dowel really worked to get it to the right size. Kind of wanted to dowel my mallets, to be quite honest with you. That dowel fits through much easier, which is not, I don't love that, but it's all right. It doesn't need to be tight because it's going to hold all these pieces together like tightly. All that surface area now being covered with glue will help this mallet hold together straight. So the next thing, I would really like to work the handle a bit before I move on to gluing it up. It's ready to glue up now. Put a little brand right here. And I'm going to leave these dowels their length for now. Pull these out. Put them in here. Hey, everybody join the giveaway. We're going to do mallets, but for those of you who aren't into woodworking, are just kind of here to relax. I'm also going to give away candles and soaps in a box that I hand make here. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Got public subscriptions on, and drop a comment. Thank everybody for being here. Appreciate you being at Dad's Workshop, where we're going to make some mallets. The next thing though is I want to shape this handle a little bit. The handle's not exactly in line. I don't need right angles on everything. I guess that's my problem. But trust me, the mallet will be good. I'm going to stress test it before I send it out. There's no way I'm going to just maybe the wrong direction to the grain here. I just want to round out this handle without taking I'm not going to take a router to it. I'm going to use hand tools here. You could use a chamfer bit on a router, to do this. Blow out there. And one of the neighbors is like burning brush. So we're going to be giving away lots of great stuff. We're going to give one mallet away to members. So I encourage here's a big call to action. Shout out to all my members. Daniel's in the chat. Daniel is we'll call him a founding member, the founding member. And so shout out to Daniel. Also got a couple members that probably are working right now. Of course, I encourage you to be a member, but it's free to subscribe. If you become a member, obviously, when I do these drawings and I give one to members and one to subscribers, it does lower the pool. Like right now, if you were a member to win, to like get the giveaway, it's like a 1 in 8. And because I'm ethical, I'm not going to sell more chances. It's just, you get a chance. If you're a subscriber, you get a chance. If you're a member, consider both. Consider both. Picked up these Forstners today because I wanted to dowel this mallet. It may not look great, but it's definitely going to add security. So if I pass this on to somebody who's really going to do woodwork, it's not just a decoration. It's going to make a difference in the longevity of the mallet and the sturdiness of it. spoke shave situation right here, guys. I have a draw knife, but not a spoke shave. The spoke shave is just like a tiny draw knife. That's a situation. Here's if Wes is in the chat. Another situation for the spoke shave. Love that song. See, I remember even the pitches. I remember those melodic intervals. Another situation for the spoke shave. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those, so it ain't gonna be a situation for the spoke shave. I think it may be because I didn't do a lot of circles. Like I don't do a lot of circles. I'm going to do more curves now. Kind of getting into that. Yeah, you need to go this way towards the grain. Are you gonna take out more than you want to? Like I said yesterday, this maple is literally maybe the hardest wood I've ever worked with. And I worked with mulberry and stuff too. Um, Made some implements out of mulberry. I just want to round this out so it's more ergonomic for the hand. You know, when we finish it too, we're gonna brand it. I got this branding iron. I'll brand it with my signature, so you have that. You know, when this channel becomes a YouTube behemoth, then you have this mallet. Like when I get my YouTube play button, you have your mallet. You know what I mean? It's a movement, man. It's a growing movement. It's a building movement, literally and figuratively. The movement is building. Joel Texier, welcome, Joel. Let me check up with the chat real quick. Ruiz said, "Sup, fam bam." Ruiz, newest member actually. Shout out Ruiz. Um, and shout out Gandara. I got members in the chat now, man. Members in the chat. Mods on the case, members in the chat. Also, I could probably take an angle grinder to this thing and get these same type of curves pretty easily, but I'm trying to do it delicately with the chisel. You know, there's a lot of ways to get the curves. Definitely the most consistent, like factory looking way is going to be with the chamfer bit on a router, right? But some of y'all like handmade stuff. That's why we're here. Daniel says y'all making beef stew on the stream. Beef stew. It is gonna be lit, man. Got to become a member. Y'all know if you become a member, I can't keep my mouth shut. You get the tea. You're gonna get the tea. The Wood Wars tea. The crafts people wars. They won't acknowledge it, but it is a thing. I mean, it's all love and all that, man. You know, but it do be getting heated sometimes, especially when people get big for their britches. You know what I mean? Like, just we're all just humans, man. We all bleed. Watched a woodworking video this morning that you can make $700 out of a 2x4, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Let me check that out. Watched the video, and he used at least like $30,000 worth of equipment to make it. Oof, that neighbor must be burning some poison ivy, man. It's gonna get after me today. Beware of burning poison ivy, guys. Yeah, you need like a miter saw, official table saw, a dado blade, a cutoff saw. Well, I guess a miter saw, same thing. You need a something to push the thing at 60 degrees. It's all to make like a watch thing, like 60 watch things. So I don't know. You could also learn to just craft things the way that's going to make your mind happy. You know, what's going to make you happy to make a bunch of watch things and sell them at a market? I guess that could do it, but the gentleman was claiming you make $20 a piece on these watch holders, but like most people have like Apple watches and stuff now, so unless you got a Rolex case, in which case you got a Rolex case, in which case you got a case. You know what I mean? But no case at the end of the day. Murder was the case. Odd locations for those dowel holes, but and I'll be the first to admit that I might put two more in there just to make it like a little star shape. Probably wouldn't hurt it. See, it's just like a dovetail, y'all. And two pieces that fit over that dovetail. Boom, boom. And then the holes aren't lined up now, so I did something wrong. Let me see. Wrong sides. There we go. Now we know which side. See, a little blowout on the side too. I don't love. I really am putting these dowels for functionality. They're not for design, so I'm sorry if they're not in a pretty spot. But next time, I'm gonna get them straight down that middle, straight down the middle. But it's all right. We're gonna have a nicely made mallet. Once those dowels are flush cut with this and it's sanded down and the thing tongue oiled, it's gonna look like a Thor's mallet that you can be proud of. Definitely join the giveaway here. We're gonna give one mallet away to subscribers. We're gonna give one mallet away to members, but you got to be a public subscriber, so I got to know you're a subscriber. So thank you for being at Dad's Workshop. I know you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here. And make sure you double tap that screen, like this video. We're gonna keep making these mallets. I think we're gonna make this till we're done here today. So stick around and let's finish this thing up and get it given away. You know what I mean? So you're running out of time on this giveaway. Make sure you subscribe and then drop in a comment you want to be part of the giveaway. So I know. Looks like it's gonna be a small group to draw from. So. And we'll make even nicer things. This is my personal mallet, which is made out of hard maple, and ash has an ash handle. I did not dowel my mallet. That's why my dowel holes are not maybe in the best spot. I just put mine together like this, joinery pretty much, and glued it. This one will be better than my mallet, I'm convinced. So even with the odd dowel holes, we'll see. Maybe I'll just make another one. Who cares? All right, next thing. I got to get this little edge here. Turn it the other way. I like to be careful here because I don't want to hit my chisel against this vise, right? I want the curves here, but I don't want to hit my chisel against the vise. So I'm really pinching it with my left hand. Not a woodworking vise. So if you're at home and you're working, you don't have a woodworking vise, which is many people's case, make sure that you're, steering clear of the vise. Also secure your workpiece too. But that looks good. I like the way that looks. I love y'all. Appreciate you being here. Dad's Workshop really appreciates each and every one of you and your interactions. Check out, we got a bunch of videos, trying to be informative, also try to be inspirational. I want to inspire you to make things. Checking on the chat. Daniel said you can make $60,000 selling books on how to make $60,000. That's true. That's true, man. That's what we like to call a pyramid scheme. They're gonna tell you it's like a camera of like an endless camera, right? You've got a camera in a room, then a camera behind it. It's gonna be an endless camera. It's kind of like what a pyramid scheme is. I'm gonna show you how to make this money. Just subscribe here and show 5 other people how to make this money. None of them know how to make the money yet, but they get those leads and they get going, man. We won't focus on that though. Yeah, a lot of people click on YouTube titles that, well, they clicked. I'm gonna say YouTube's landscape has changed. People aren't clicking on the same stuff, but woodworking projects that can make you dollar signs. 5 easy woodworking projects to make you dollar signs. That's what people click on. That's optimized titling, I guess. If you want to be put in that boat. Nice sharp chisel, because this is hard maple right here. Curving out that bottom. See, you can make a YouTube channel on anything. Daniel said, my wife followed this other YouTuber investigating another YouTuber who opened a home bakery. Talking to Miss Heather about that. Miss Heather's pretty good with the like string. She's actually kind of experienced at it, like with some of the TikTok streamers that are controversial. I won't name any names. I'll let her tell you if she wants to tell you. There's a streamer that actually makes fun of the one that Heather watches. He actually dresses up like her, and he's made viral, basically repeated viral videos dressing up like this live streamer. That's the world we live in now. People like the tea too, man. People like to see suspect stuff, unfortunately. So that viral type approach for some people. Don't like to chisel towards myself. Let me tell you, do as I say and not as I do. But I do have my other fingers on it. I'm anchored against something. The other thing you can do, since the holes are on not an even spacing here, is actually take this type of maple or other maple and make your own dowels here, and then just hide the dowels in there, and that'll kind of come out flush. But we'll see how it comes out. I'm not too worried about it. We're looking for function over form anyway. Here at Dad's Workshop, we're making a mallet right now for a giveaway. So make sure you join in on the giveaway. It costs you $0.00. All you have to do is be a public subscriber and drop a comment saying you want to participate in the giveaway. We'll give away a mallet. Of course, if you're not a woodworker, that would make a great gift for someone in your family that is. But we're also I'm gonna be making and using boxes I have made to box up candle gift boxes with candles and soap that you most certainly will be able to gift almost anybody. Um, we make very high quality soap here. We don't try to market it really aggressively, but we do give it away when we have the opportunity. I'm liking the way this is looking. I don't think I need to do a whole lot more to this handle. don't need it too much there. There you go. I don't know if it's considered fraud. A good business model is a good business model, but she didn't live by it. She was selling fake knowledge. Oh yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of that, dude. Look up Don Lapre, unless you are old enough to remember him from the '90s. He like killed himself, but he was in the '90s. I would wake up on Saturday morning and see him on TV. Man, he was living the life. He was like a high school dropout. Um, he started this basically a pyramid scheme where you place classified ads to place classified ads to place classified ads. So definitely maybe 60K is a threshold that a lot of Americans would like to reach. Like a lot of folks in the working class can live if they get to 60, but I'm having a hard time saying that now because everything's so expensive. You know what I mean? So let's sand this a little bit and then put those dowels in and glue it up. You know, don't make any more work out of it. Yeah. Daniel said you always need more. I mean, yeah, really. It shouldn't be like that, but like in the world we live in, dude, even fairly wealthy people like worry about what happens if I lose my income and what happens if I die. Do I have enough assets to help my kids get where they need to get? So I'm gonna get into all that. That's, you know, helado, helado. I really like this mallet. The only thing I don't like about it, and I'm being honest, is the dowel rod holes. I wanted to dowel it, but I was worried about them coming in asymmetrically, and they did. And I actually lined it up at 3 millimeters perfectly. So it's because of the shape of the handle. It's not symmetrical. So live and learn, man. But it's still going to be a solid mallet. Hey, take a second and double tap that screen if you're watching on the phone. Like this video. Appreciate everybody being here. Also, subscribe so that you can be a part of this mallet and then later gift box candle soap giveaway we're going to do on Dad's Workshop. It's giveaway season here. Check the short. I can tell you how to do it if you watch the short. Appreciate that like. Don't want to sand that top end just yet, at least not anything in here. Is it? The fan's right in the mic. Sorry, microphone. It's probably what you heard was maybe Sandy. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to get the microphone in a good spot. Good, man. Thank you, Pelado. Thank you for your support, Pelado. Appreciate you. Does it feel good in hand? Yes, it feels good in hand. I would say time to put the head on there. Put the dowels through. I might remake this whole mallet. We'll still give it away. We'll just do like a double. Don't love where those dowel holes came in, guys. That's my only thing. Aesthetically, it bothers me. The mallet's gonna be solid though. All right, let's do this first though. Let's butter this with glue on both sides of this thing here. I'm trying to remember, is there anything else I need to do before I do this? Before I do the glue, is there anything I need to do? Putting glue on. You know, when you butter dowels, usually you want them buttered and you want to butter the mortise or the receiving area, the hole, the dowel too. But generally, that's kind of done and redundant. But I'm gonna try to prevent a ton of squeeze out here. I want to make it solid, but I don't want a lot of squeeze out. Does it sound better there? Is the fan bothering you? Oh no, you're definitely in Pelado. If you drop that comment, man, trust me. Yeah. I'm gonna get this while this glue is wet. Creating more glued surface area here is the point, right? Pretty easy, but it's still snug. How many groups can we fit on a mallet? Yeah, I think it's your finger. No epic fails, no epic fails, no epic fails, no epic fails. But I'm not some else. That's right. Learn from. Pop when I get this one out of here. I'll try to get one more on here, I think. I want that joint just laminated as tight as they did. It's not bad though, it's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so the mallet is made out of hard maple. This one is all hard maple, and then the two dowels are poplar. So sorry. See if we can get one more clamp on here. Rule number 2.5 of carpentry woodwork. Can't have enough mallets. Can't never have too many mallets. Hopefully that's not staticky. Let's see, what was I coming over here for another clamp? Use a small one. Squeezed out is good. That means you got a lot of contact, right? So now let's jimmy these. Let's move these clamps and tighten them even more, if possible. You know, just a little wood humor. Pilata said, "That's a popular choice." Yeah, it is actually. It's with puns being the highest form of humor, I would say that's a very, very, very sophisticated pun because it even works. It is a popular choice. How do we acquire enough clamps for a wood vendor? Oh, do you need like dozens? Can we buy them in bulk? Miss Heather says. You do need a lot of wood clamps. You got to have a lot, and probably I've got a number, but you need more, and you got to build forms too. I think Pilato is probably right about that. I would say Craigslist, but we all know that's like out of the picture now. You know, some people sell woodworking tools in bulk. When they hate it, they stop doing it. It's like boating or something. Oh, that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really nice mallet. We're gonna put my brand on it if I can dig my branding iron out. We're also gonna move on to this next mallet. So stay tuned. Also, join the giveaway. 1 second while I take a little bit drink of beverage, and I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. Woodworking, I think it is well. La, 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 la. The Forstner bit away. La, 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 la. Mallet too. Let me get my old man glasses. Wood is good. Try you should. Like that. Should or could. Wood is good. Harbor Freight's clamps are okay, right? I don't know. Do I have any Harbor Freight clamps? By the way, this is cherry here we're using for this other handle. This slab of cherry I had as a table leg for a minute there, or it was a messed up table leg that I had. Built a all cherry table with dovetail legs. I don't love that, but we can work that out. All right, just want to let y'all know what we're doing. you're asking about the power tools. Welcome to Dad's Workshop, guys. Yeah, I've been resawing, I guess, bigger stuff, so I don't have that blade guide very low. You're better with that technical stuff, man. Yeah, I'll give you that. One thing though you can glean from that pelado is that right there you see people like the power tools, like the bandsaw, but it takes them a minute to get there. So you have to do it for like a minute. Not that I was doing that on purpose. I needed to cut all of this off that I could, but you see it takes a minute for the power tool crew to kind of funnel in. And then if you start doing hand tool stuff, they disappear. So it's a fine line, I think, if that's what we're chasing in these. You know? Don't chisel towards yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. Already looks better than the other one. Interesting how that works. Yeah, it's that really hard wood, so the chisel sounds good going side grain against it. Let's do this. See if my vise can hold this. The other day, I think it was Daniel asked, what came first, the mallet or the mallet? And I don't know. That's actually a legit question. Um, I love us as tool makers, you know, the most basic of tools, something to hit something with. my craving is more for the mindful, like repetitive action of woodworking. So I'm not good with. I need to spend more time studying, you know, the various jigs and stuff that you can build. That's a weakness of mine. A lot of those scraps, if you're building a mallet with a wedge in it, will be very useful for that. I'm not doing a wedge in this mallet. Pilato said I built the whole workshop within the last year and a half, basically. Shout out to Paylato. If you're not a member of Paylato's channel or a subscriber, definitely check out his stuff. He's got a lot of useful stuff there. And Paylato Creations. Very nice guy. Kind of guy you want to watch teach you how to do something, not a mean, you know, you don't want a mean teacher. Right? Paylato's very educated, knowledgeable. Y'all, I know it's asymmetrical, but the thing about it is, it's actually the mallet shape from my mallet that I use all the time, tried and true. So, uh, what we got to do is make it fit. Doesn't matter if it's symmetrical or not. So, see, it's a little small, which is good. We want to start small. Definitely thought that the cherry was a little wider stock than that. We're going to have to sand down the mallet head a bit. Yeah, I think the edges on the mallet head, if we sand those down, or if I can saw straight enough. This is a tricky saw job here, though. So yeah, I got to get it flushed up with that angle there. The angle's good. We want to just, maybe we got to take material from here. We got to take material from here. It's one of the two because we got to move this up. So I think maybe the best place to take it from would be the head or the handle. So let's do that. I take that back. I have an idea. This was kind of tricky last time. I ended up hitting my chisel against the vise like this. Just little bits. You don't want to do a lot at a time if you're going to do this way. I think probably with this method though, it'll take me all year to do it. I have to like pick one of the two and just like bite the bullet and saw that mallet head or the handle. Excuse me, I keep wanting to say the head for the handle. It's backwards. We want to start by taking just a very little bit off. Yeah, I'm thinking like a millimeters amount. Yep, let's do it. Oh, ouch. I didn't see that. Or maybe I hope you did see that. Just banged my head on the squat rack. All right. So here's what this is not really an efficient means of doing this, but we're gonna for the metric side of this and just take a millimeter off if possible. This is where you want a knife. Definitely a situation you want a knife. Don't have one though, guys. We gotta work with what we got. Start from that top. What I have this set to is 1 millimeter right now. Now with the kerf, that's going to be more. Let me clamp this in. I could probably do this pretty easily with this clamped. All right, 1 millimeter off each side is what I'm going to take here. I might actually do it horizontally and then chisel. Dragon Blagojevich. Dragan Blagojevic. Hello. Welcome to Dad's Workshop, ladies and gentlemen. Do double tap that screen and like. Give me that 20th like if you could. I would appreciate that. Also, if you want to be given one of these two mallets that I'm making right now, make sure that you click subscribe, that you have public subscriptions on. Drop a comment that you want to be part of the mallet giveaway. It costs you $0. And guess what? 0 cents. That also. Notice I came up shy of that line. That's because I can always make it smaller. And I guess you can make it bigger by wedging it, but you can't really make it bigger either. So that's why we're doing that. If you want to prevent blowout too, little trick, come in from the sides. Like right now, I'm a little worried that's too much material and it's going to lead to cracking down the grain. So I'm going to come in from the side here. you're a member of the channel, I want to shout out my members, Daniel. I want to shout out Ruiz, Diego Ruiz. Shout out Ruiz, my newest member. Wherever Chardonnay is out there, shout out Chardonnay. She's joining us. And then all the other gifted members, shout outs to those folks. If you are a member, you can gift memberships. As constituted, your chances of getting one of these mallets as a member is like 1 in 8 right now. I think 1 in 8 or 1 in 9. And as a subscriber, it's like it's going to be a lot more. It's not bad though, actually. Oh man, that's a good fit. Look at that, yo. I got a mallet with that just as it is. Man, that's a good fit. This one might have to be wedged though. Basically, you see the mallet assembly right there, right? And this one, I'm tempted to wedge it, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to actually take the belt sander and sand down these edges on here. I don't want that much of a gap in there, and I think the way to get rid of it is to kind of sand down these edges and make the mallet head a bit smaller. So that's what we'll do. Let me move the bandsaw out of the way. God bless cantilevers. You can make them yourself, 45-degree angles. Very easy to do. You ever knew one of your construction framing buddies? They know framing and stuff like that. It's not complicated. Basic framing. Sorry, folks. Take a sip of my drink. Real dry throat. Oh, man, with that 90-degree angle, you really do get an accurate sand, basically. I got to replace that wheel disc on there. Yeah, it's already getting better. And even the joiner, the joint there, the butt joint that these two are meeting with is already better too. So I'm going to take it in just a little more and then square up the mallet head pieces because they got some like sloppy chiseling in them. See if I can clean that up, and then we'll just join this thing, clamp it. I think is the way to go with this guy. Yeah, I think clamping is going to be the way to go. Yep, let's do it. Now let's just add a little bit more of that. A little bit more. So y'all can see. Super cheap sander here. You got a y'all. It's kind of hard to see, but you got a spinning disc right here, and I have a platform at 90 degrees with it there. Watch out for these things; they can hurt you real bad. Hmm. That's good views to pay a lot of. Let's test it real quick. This is the side I just worked to make the mortise cleaner. It's gonna look better. I also don't want that bottom to look sloppy right here. When the person gets it at home, I want them to look at it and be like, okay, yeah, it's fairly clean. This side needs to be filed out, and then maybe a little working of that. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to be in on this giveaway, make your subscriptions public and subscribe to the channel so I know who you are. Drop a comment saying you want to be part of this giveaway. There will be many more forthcoming. And then we will have you on the list right now. If you are a subscriber, you got a pretty good chance because even amongst subscribers, you got to be public and you have to drop a comment. So make sure you do that. Drop a comment for the giveaway. And let's keep it moving. This side is pretty good. This side just needs to be smoothed out. I don't want to take too much material. I just want to smooth those angles out with the file a little bit. And like and subscribe. Actually, thank you, Pelado. Like this video by double tapping your phone screen, or if you're on a PC, obviously the below you have a thumbs up. Tap that, or the thumbs down, just to let YouTube know where you like to be. There's a virtual safe space here. That's what this is. It says in my description. I don't want to take any more material out of there. Material. Appreciate that like. Thank you so much for being here. Ooh, wow, that's going to be good. Nice fit there, man. Look, the mallet holds together without anything. See, so if you get this mallet, don't be critical. See how that thing holds together? Nothing holding it together. No glue, no nothing, right? That's what we want. We want that type of fit. Beautiful, and it's going to work. It's functional. So now what I would like to do, work the handle just a little bit and then glue it up. But first, I am going to work the handle, and then on that other one I glued up, I kind of want to work the head. I want to round these edges off just, carefully, but I'll wait to do that till I've done the handle and glued it up. I like to kind of do it all at once. Oh, we talking about my mismatched socks again? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so I mismatched my socks. It's easier that way. Takes the pressure off, off the person doing the laundry too, a little bit. I mean, a little bit, just a little bit. All right, so that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Now we're not going to touch this part here. We're just going to work that handle a bit. I'll zoom in for that. Gotta be careful with this grain direction here. Like I say, you can. This is something that you can do with a router and a chamfer bit, if that's what you prefer to do. I know Pelato has a router table. This would be easy work on. You just run it through with a chamfer bit in there. But we're going to do it by hand here and just round these edges off with a chisel gently, you know, old-fashioned way. No spoke shave. That's another tool you can use for this. Draw knife I do have, but I'm not going to use it. It's too delicate for that. So I think I'm good with my chisels. I'm going to use my chisels to round these edges off. As I've said before, it's one of my things I like to think I'm good at. You know, we all like to think we're good at certain things. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. We are giving away both of these mallets. The one previous that I have gluing up right now, and this one. But you have to be subscribed in public. You have to stay subscribed. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You know, you could also double tap that screen and like this video. Appreciate y'all. Oh, drop a comment saying you want to be part of the giveaway. That's the other thing. I have a little short on how to do it. I won't interrupt y'all's peaceful time. And then sometimes you got to get a little aggressive with it when you want that curve to be a little more pronounced. You got to just apply a little bit more pressure there. Be brave. I'm going to flip this thing so I can round the handle off a little bit at the bottom. Let me do that on the side. Knot right here on the end of this cherry piece. I call this hewing. I'm basically hewing this mallet handle. And when you do it like this, it looks hand done. So it's not going to look machine done. You know, it's going to look like something made by hand. I got to get this side, I guess, towards me is all right. But I need this side exposed to me here. I think. Let me adjust the camera. Okay. We'll finish it up like this. Yeah.
Daniel said he likes the clamps. Can you see the blue one? Tyler, some earlier. Yeah. Can you?
What's his name?
Just Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Shout out Tyler if you're still there, man. I appreciate that comment. It's very kind of you, and it is peaceful out here. And I understand that's the whole vibe of my show. We're just hanging out, just building stuff, man. And occasionally I rant and irritate people. I don't think this needs a wedge in it for now, guys. It's fitting so tightly. Like I said, you can almost use it as a mallet, like without any. Well, I had it tight before. I didn't put the same with it. There we go. See, it's like a mallet without even gluing it up. That's what we're looking to do. All right, now let's glue it up, though. This one looks good. Like I said earlier, now if you want squeeze out, but with mallets it's a little trickier because some of the squeeze outs going to be in areas you can't clean up, and it won't look too good if you leave it on. So you want to be kind of careful here when you put this on. Like I put a lot on there. I'm going to leave it on, but I'm going to have to wipe away a lot here. Generally, you also want to put it in the mallet too, but I think I got so much on here. I might butter the mallet though also. Squeeze out's good, but that's a lot. Like you want to make sure that there's good contact with the glue. Now that I did that, I am actually going to put even the suction on there as well. That's maybe one of my better glue jeans there ever as far as efficacy. We're going to clamp the mess out of this and put tons of force on it. Just to absolutely, drill in. Hold on, man. I think I do want a little more glue on that mallet head there. The handle. And then as the squeeze out comes out, I want to wipe it down. Sure there's not a big glued spot. I'm going to use a little bit of water. I collect my rainwater, so I can sometimes grab some and use it out here just to wipe down that outside. I don't want to work the wood or anything, but I want to get that glue squeeze out off. There's going to be more in a second when I clamp it down. Thank you, Pilato. Please do like the video. Please do double tap on that screen for me. Give me a couple more likes. I appreciate that. Always can use a couple more likes around here. A couple more subscribers. Remember to win one of these 2 mallets that I will show you in a second. Let me move this microphone that died in my whetstone and also on me. To win one of these 2 mallets, you gotta make subscriptions public on your YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment saying you want to be part of the giveaway. You have to pay no money, so don't worry about that. And we're not collecting anybody. Nobody goes in the funnel. If you win, we will ask for your address, but we will not keep that address. We will just send you what you win. We're not organized here anyways. Well, I'm not. I gotta speak for myself. Heather's organized. So here we go with the 1 mallet. This edge is going to be shored up a little bit when it gets glued up. Also, these ketchup bottles make great glue containers. They don't stop up typically. This one's actually starting to do that a little bit, but very, very convenient. And here's the other mallet with the off-center dowel holes that I'm not super proud of, but I still love the mallet, itself. I would definitely use a mallet. If you don't want it, I'll take it. That type of thing. Here's the other mallet. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Drop a comment. Let us know that you want to be part of the giveaway. And I will see you all next time. You saw the entire mallet build here. Make sure that you come back to Dad's Workshop. I'm Dad's Workshop Calvin. I love you all. Do the next right thing. Take care and have a good Tuesday evening.